Today, we're going to dive into a story that's, it's just heartbreaking. It's about love, about loss, and really about the devastating consequences of words that are never spoken and a pain that goes completely unseen. Just listen to these words, written by a woman named Nabila, and only found after she was gone. Right away, you can feel it, can't you? There's a deep, painful secret here, a story of a love that was given with her whole heart. But, it was never really received. So, let's go back to the beginning. Nabila's story starts, as so many do, on her wedding night. This was supposed to be it, right? The start of a beautiful new life with her husband, Kamran. But the reality waiting for her, it was a whole world away from her dreams. And this just lays it all out, the immediate, jarring disconnect. Imagine this. You're hoping for a loving husband, for some words of affection, maybe a small wedding gift. But what you get is a demanding master, a list of chores, and just cold indifference. Kamran made it crystal clear from night one. Her job was to manage the household. This wasn't a partnership. It was servitude. And, that first night, it wasn't just a bad night. It set the tone for everything that came after. Nabila's life just fell into this cycle of endless work and crushing emotional neglect, and she endured it all in silence, always hoping maybe that one day her devotion would finally be noticed. I mean, just think about her daily life, the sheer weight of it all, waking up before dawn to cook and clean nonstop, enduring the constant cutting taunts from her mother-in-law, being laughed at for asking for even a tiny bit of money for herself. And any time she pleaded for just a little affection, she was met with annoyance. And through all of this, a deep physical pain started to grow inside her, a pain that everyone around her just brushed off, completely ignored. And her own words, they just reveal this incredibly tragic dynamic. She wasn't asking for much. The material things were small, but her emotional needs, they were even simpler. All I want is for you to speak to me with love. Just basic human kindness. And it was consistently, cruelly denied. And as the years went by, it only got worse. In year 1, she was basically treated like a household servant. By year 3, the abuse got sharper, zeroing in on the fact that she was childless. Then, by year 4, it became actual physical hardship. She was forced to do manual labor, literally carrying bricks and dirt to help build the new family home. And then, the ultimate blow. Kamran decided he was going to take a second wife. This wasn't just about sharing her husband, you see. It was so much worse. It was about being completely and totally erased. Kamran's decision to remarry was the final, brutal confirmation of her worthlessness in his eyes, and in his family's eyes. And on the very day Kamran's new bride was supposed to arrive, Nabila's mother-in-law gave her this unbelievably cruel command. Make the food, then go to your room. Don't come out. You are inauspicious. She was ordered to prepare the celebration meal for her replacement and then lock herself away. Branded as bad luck, she was literally a ghost in her own home. So you have this combination of physical labor, constant emotional torment, and this mysterious worsening pain inside her. It all just took its final toll. One night, as her suffering became just unbearable, Nabila found herself more alone than she had ever been. In her final moments, through all that pain, she called out for Kamran, just hoping for a final moment of comfort. But he was in the very next room with his new wife, and he never heard her. Her calls went unanswered. Nabila died exactly how she had lived in that house, alone and unheard. It's only after the funeral, while cleaning out her room, that Kamran's new wife finds a box. And inside was Nabila's diary, and with it, a stack of medical reports. The truth she had hidden for so long was finally about to come out. The reports revealed something absolutely shocking. The headache she always complained about, the pain that was always dismissed as her just being traumatic, it was a brain tumor. She had been silently battling a deadly disease the entire time. But it's her diary that reveals the most heartbreaking secret of all. She knew. She knew she was dying. And in an act of almost unbelievable selflessness, she chose to hide it from everyone. Why? He would be worried. She didn't want to burden the very man who was the source of all her anguish. Her diary entries, they just paint this devastating picture. She's watching him give all this affection to his new wife, while her own tiny requests, like just asking for a pair, are met with irritation. Don't bother me. Her physical pain was immense, but his indifference, that was a constant, sharp emotional wound. And as she felt her life slipping away, her deepest wish was so simple. It wasn't for revenge, not for justice, but just for a single moment of connection, of understanding from the man she still loved, a comfort she would never, ever receive. Even in her final words, there's no bitterness. Can you believe that? Only love, and this heartbreakingly modest final request. Her concern, right up to the very end, was for his future happiness. So as Kamran read that diary, word by word, the true scale of his cruelty and the incredible depth of her love, it all finally crashed down on him. He understood far, far too late the treasure he had treated like trash. He went to her grave and just cried, begging for a forgiveness that could never be granted. His sorrow was real, it was profound, but it was also useless. It couldn't change a thing. It couldn't undo years of neglect or bring back the woman who had loved him unconditionally. And this story, it just leaves us with this heavy, vital question. Nabila's tragedy was her silence, yes, but it was enabled by everyone's failure to listen, to see. And it forces us to ask ourselves, doesn't it? Are we truly seeing the people in our own lives? Are we hearing their unspoken pain? Nabila's story is just a devastating reminder to cherish the people we love right now, before all that's left is the crushing weight of regret.